Well, this week Bungie unveiled their plans for transmog in Destiny 2, and it's called Armour Synthesis. So they outlined how the system is going to work, with Ada 1 coming back to Destiny 2 after a 6-month hiatus since being removed as part of the Beyond Light release. Well, today I'm going to get into the Armour Synthesis news as well as the Nightfall rewards and changes coming to the shader system in Destiny 2 starting next season on the 11th of May 2021. Well, if you're new around here and find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. Well, let's dive into the news from Bungie, which was part of the This Week at Bungie update on the 22nd of April 2021. So first up, we got the Armour Synthesis and Guardian appearance notes. So Bungie say, since the launch of Destiny 1, we've seen requests for the transmog system. And after some development time, buckets of sweat and a few happy tears, we're happy to announce Armour Synthesis to Destiny 2. And Ada 1 is going to be returning to the tower to help Guardians customise their appearance in a brand new way. And today, we're going to be explaining how this feature is going to work and how you can work your way towards your favourite looks. A quick note, many of the following screenshots were from test builds, so some of the things may look slightly different when released, and what I'll do is I'll overlay those on the video. So before we get in too deep, here is a quick list of steps that players will need to take to convert their armour appearance into universal armour ornaments. So defeat enemies to earn Synth Strand, spend Synth Strand on bounties to earn Synth Cord, convert Synth Cord at the loom in the tower into Synth Weave, and then use Synth Weave to convert an unlocked armour appearance, legendary quality or lower, from collections into universal armour ornament. So to start, players will begin earning Synth Strand when defeating enemies in Destiny 2, and after earning 150 Synth Strand, players may visit Ada 1 in the tower to acquire class-specific bounties which will reward Synth Cord. So when developing this feature, an early goal was to ensure players could earn Synth Weave through numerous activities in Destiny 2. That way, players who spend most of their time in Crucible could continue to do so and still engage with Armour Synthesis. There's going to be 5 categories of Armour Synthesis bounties, so Vanguard, Crucible, Gambit, Destinations, and finally Raids and Dungeons. And here's a few example bounties that you're going to see. So first off with Vanguard, complete playlist strikes using specific subclasses and accumulate points in Nightfall strikes. Next up we've got Crucible, so capture zones in Crucible control matches and complete Crucible matches and defeat opponents using specific damage types as a team. Next up we've got Gambit, so send and defeat blockers in Gambit and defeat Primeval Envoys, high value targets, and Primevals in Gambit. We've got Destinations, so defeat nightmares on any destination or in nightmare hunts, and we've got defeat bosses while defending in Blind Well within the Dreaming City. And finally we've got Raids and Dungeons, so complete the final encounter of any raid or dungeon and generate orbs of power in raids or dungeons. So if you do pick up the wrong bounty, some of the Synth Strand will be refunded if you choose to abandon it, but not the full amount, so do think carefully before abandoning. Well, next up, let's have a look at how many of these you can earn. So players may earn up to 10 Synth Weave per class per season, except in Season of the Redacted. So to celebrate the introduction of Armour Synthesis, next season in Season of Redacted, players may earn 10 additional Synth Weave per class through the introductory experience. So in total, during Season of Redacted, players may earn up to 20 Synth Weave per class, which can be either used to convert 4 full sets to ornaments or 20 specific items. So as a quick example, for the hunters out there, that could mean you can unlock 4 armour pieces plus 16 individual cloaks to swap between depending on your mood. And universal ornaments may only be applied to legendary armour pieces. Exotic armour pieces cannot take the appearance to alternate armour, as we want to maintain their appearance for players to quickly identify and understand what exotic perks a player may have in all activities. And there are going to be a few exceptions at launch for Year 1 armour ornaments due to technical constraints, but we are working on solutions for a future season. So these exceptions include the Year 1 armour ornaments, as I just mentioned, Vanguard, Crucible, Iron Banner, Faction Rallies, Prestige Raids, and also Trials of the Nine. So ornaments can still be applied if the base armour piece is from an activity that the ornament originates. As an example, if players own Crucible ornaments from Curse of Osiris, they may be applied to Crucible armour pieces at no cost. However, these ornaments cannot be applied to seasonal armour. Additionally, all base armour appearances from 2018 and 2019 Solstice of Heroes events will be available for Armour Synthesis. However, due to an issue where 2018 and 2019 glows cannot be socketed alongside armour appearances in the new Guardian appearance system, the glows will not be supported. So Solstice 2020 armour glows were developed with the Guardian appearance system in mind, and players will retain the white armour glow if it was earned during the event. Subclass based glows will continue to function on their universal ornaments as well. Well, next up we've got some notes from Eververse. So Eververse will also offer synthweave templates for direct purchase through the Guardian appearance screen, and players may either purchase a single synth weave or they may purchase a 5-piece bundle. So in terms of the silver cost, a synthweave template is going to be 1 token, that is going to be 300, and a synthweave template bundle, that's 5 tokens, that's going to be 1,000. And for reference, universal armour ornament bundles cost 1,500 silver. And to avoid mistaken purchases, synthweave templates from Eververse can be applied to any class. Well, next up we got updates to shaders. So through the Guardian appearances screen, we took an opportunity to improve the shader experience. So currently shaders are one-time use consumables that must be repurchased from collections for glimmer or legendary shards. Starting next season, all unlocked shaders will be visible on the Guardian appearance screen when hovering over the shader bucket, and players may apply shaders for 500 glimmer per armour piece. And additionally, we've added the often requested apply all button for shaders, which will cost 2,500 glimmer in total. And this is the same glimmer cost to purchase shaders right now, but we've done away with the legendary shard requirement. So shaders will continue to be earned through various activities in Destiny 2, or can be purchased using Bright Dust or Silver from Eververse. With the update to shaders, we'll be increasing the cost from 40 Bright Dust to 300 Bright Dust, and this will continue a one-time purchase and will appear on the Guardian appearance menu when unlocked. In celebration of Armour Synthesis, a Year 1 Eververse shader bundle will also be available in the Eververse for Glimmer, no silver required. And there you have it, we are excited for the addition of Armour Synthesis starting in just a few short weeks. Well, next up we got the Nightfall weapons update. So Bungie wanted to give us a quick public service announcement about the future of Nightfall weapons. So next season, 3 new legendary weapons are going to be added to Nightfall rotation, which is going to receive the new Adept treatment when Grandmasters become available. So as such, the Palindrome, Shadow Price and the Swarm will be taking a short hiatus for the first half of the season. So when they return, all 3 will be available as potential post-game rewards when completing Nightfalls on featured weeks. And if you're looking to farm some palindromes, then this week will be your last chance to do so until they return. So basically, you've got until Tuesday to get a God Roll palindrome if you haven't already got one. And stay tuned to future twabs where we're going to show off the next season's hotness, coming soon to a Nightfall near you. So I do have some thoughts on the Armour Synthesis system. So much of the community was excited previous to the release of this information about transmog finally coming to the game. And the way it's been rolled out seems to have taken the wind from the sails a little bit, you know. I think the system is probably more complicated than it needs to be, and the cap doesn't really seem to be necessary. However, I would say I don't really engage in the cosmetic side of the game too much, so I'm probably not the main target audience. I mainly focus on the armour pieces and sets for a given year and season, and every now and again I'll buy some armour from Eververse, and I'll probably buy sets maybe once or twice a year. I don't really mind doing this given the value that I think Destiny 2 provides. I will most likely interact with the Armour Synthesis system through the free mechanism and will probably stick to the cap per season rather than purchasing anything else from Eververse. Now, since the announcement, there's been a bunch of feedback directed at Bungie through social media, YouTube videos and much more, so it will be interesting to see what and if Bungie does anything related to the feedback. Given I'm not going to be interacting with it too much and I'll probably stay within the cap, I'm fine with the way it is. But yes, there are improvements to be made through the number of items and the cap, and perhaps some system tweaks, but I think it is to be expected in Destiny 2 and the situation that we're in. Now, I do think it's a big step forward to getting a full transmog system coming to the game, and hopefully, over time, it can be iterated into a place where much more people are happy with the implementation. But I am interested in hearing your thoughts on the system down there in the comments. You know, what do you think of transmog? Do you think you're going to interact with it? And what do you think could be improved? Well, that is it for this Destiny 2 news roundup related to Armour Synthesis and Nightfall rewards. And as always, thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again. See you soon.